YouTube! My name is Sarah and welcome to The Bookish Knitter. Today I am coming to you with another weekly reading vlog. Today is the 5th of November and it is Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. So before I get into the whole video, if you are only here for the book reviews, timestamps in the description box below if you want to jump ahead to any of the books I'm going to talk about later this week. So there is that out of the way. How are you guys doing? Is everybody doing good? So I had a cold. I still have a cold. I'm still coughing a little bit. Actually quite a bit. It's all sinus, unfortunately, which sucks. I'm starting to look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and it's not that time. I mean, I'm all for the Christmas decorations, but I don't want to look like Rudolph just yet. But, anyway, yeah, so I got this stupid head cold. Garrett and I were out this morning. It is 11:45. It was funny. So the time went back last night. We fell back and for daylight savings or whatever it's called. And I was in my car because my car is the only thing that doesn't automatically change. It's an older vehicle. It's a 2015. I don't know. Do newer vehicles automatically change? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I guess maybe it depends on the vehicle. Probably a Tesla. Anyway. It's the only thing I hadn't changed. And Garrett and I were driving around. I'm like, oh my God, it's almost lunchtime. Garrett's like, no. I'm like, oh yeah. So no, we stopped. I had to change the time. So anyway, guys, I don't have much else to share with you right now, to be completely honest. I just filmed a couple of videos that you guys will have already seen. They're going up later this week or last week, or it's weird talking. Anyway, it's a thing. Let me show you guys what I am reading today. So I am going to be reading A Victorian Family Christmas by Carla Kelly, Carol Arns, and Eva Shepherd, which is a Harlequin historical novel. Obviously, Victorian time Christmas stories. There's 3 of them in this volume. It's less than 300 pages long, so the stories are like less than 100 pages long each. So they should be relatively quick to get through. So I am about, I can't remember how far I am through this one. I did not get a lot of reading done yesterday, you guys, to be completely honest. Yeah, I'm only like 6% of the way through this. So I hope to get a good bit of that read today. And then I did also start yesterday, Bewitched, Bothered, and Biscotti by Bailey Cates, which is the second book in the Magical Bake Shop Mystery series. I'm about 15% of the way through this one, about 3 or 4 chapters in. This one actually takes place at Halloween. I did not realize that, so that's fun. I'm reading a Christmas book and a Halloween book, so that's awesome. So yeah, enjoying this one so far. I really do love this series. And I will be starting my next Babysitters Club book today as well, which is The Ghost at Dawn's House, book number 9 in the Babysitters Club series. Another kind of spooky book where Dawn finds a secret passage in her house. So that's fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting, I always love the Dawn books. So I had been reading these on ebook because I do own most of them on ebook. But I decided to go back and read the physical ones. Like, I'll probably go back and forth. It depends on but what you don't get in the ebooks that you do get in the physical books is the handwriting. So at the beginning of some of the chapters, when some of the characters are babysitting, they will put this like in the club notebook. And you'll get like handwritten beginning of a chapter, which I think is just, there was one of the hallmarks of the Babysitters Club series growing up for me anyway, that it had that, which I just thought was so cool. It really made them feel like real people, you know? But yeah, I think at this point, they hadn't switched the writing for, oh no, they had. Because here's Stacy's. Stacy's writing was iconic because she dotted all of her I's with hearts. But you don't get that in the ebooks. At least not at the first so many ebooks. Maybe later on as they converted them over, I don't know. Guys, I'm rambling. I'm going to let you go. Not much else planned for today. I might go over to Old Navy and look for a new pair of jeans. I know that Bath & Body Works is having a big sale, and I wanted to get some bath, what do you call it? Body wash. I want to get some body wash, so I might go do that. But I'm definitely going to sit and read, and I'm going to edit those 2 videos that I just filmed. So yeah, guys, that's it. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hi friends, happy Tuesday. Today is November the 7th and it is about 7:30 at night and I am exhausted. I am
I could lay down right now and go to sleep, and I've been feeling this way since about 1 o'clock this afternoon. So this sinus cold that I've had, coupled with the time change, it's all hit me today. With the time change, I know people usually feel it like the next day or the Monday. For me, it takes like a day or so, and then it hits me, and then from here on out, I should be feeling better. But yeah, so tired today, very, very tired. Um, I actually, the clip that you would have seen just before this, I went for a walk at lunch because I thought, oh, that'll wake me up. Actually, my original thought had been, I think I mentioned to you guys that I've been talking to this like exercise doctor. She works with the cardiac patients at Toronto General. And that she really wants me to start getting more active and getting more fit so that with what's to come, my body can handle it a lot easier, which I 100% am behind. So I'm like, oh yeah, I've got a gym membership that I haven't used in over a year. I will definitely go and do that. And then, especially again with the time change, it's dark by the time I get home. And by the time I get home, guys, I'm tired. Like, I leave the house about 7:30 in the morning, and I typically get home about 6 at night. So, like, that's commute time and work and yada, yada, yada. And I just thought, I just can't. I can't when I'm done at the end of the day. I just want to go home and sit down and put my feet up and relax. So I have an hour for lunch, but what are you going to do with a whole hour? How long does it take you to eat? Yeah, I could sit and read my book, but I'd rather take that time at night when I get home. So I went for a walk at lunch. Now, genius me, did not realize how cold it was outside, and it was cold. But I did about 20 minutes. I'm very pleased. So behind the office, there's like, again, you would have seen the clip. There's like a community with these houses and stuff like that. So I did like a big loop around like a cul-de-sac area or something like that. And yeah, I mean, it was cold. So if I do this again, which I do plan to, I really enjoyed myself, is I'm not going to walk outside because literally I am across the street from a mall. So I will just go to the mall and walk around the mall for 20 minutes or a half an hour at lunch. And like my mom was saying to me earlier, she's like, and the great thing is if you get tired, there's typically benches you can sit down, right? Plus it's the mall. So that's my game plan. I don't plan on doing it every day, but like the doctor's like, she goes, what she'd prefer is like 3 to 4 days a week of 20 minutes. You should be getting 20 minutes of exercise every day regardless, but she's like, for walking, try and make it like 3 or 4 days a week. And on the other days, maybe do some yoga or something like that. So, and that I can do before bed. So that's fantastic. So I was actually very pleased with myself. And I thought, oh, this is going to wake me up. But no, I got back to work this afternoon. And I swear, you guys, I literally could have put my head down on my desk and fell asleep. I was that tired. Like, I was to the point that I was actually getting nervous, like, about driving home. But as soon as I got outside in the bright, like, not in the bright, but in the cold, it woke me up a bit. And now I'm home. I have to be out earlier tomorrow because I have an appointment at the hospital for that iron infusion, the second of the three. So that's going to be fun. I have to be there for 8 a.m. So I'm going to leave here about 6:45. So tomorrow's going to be a really long day too. And because I'm going to be late coming in, I will not be taking a lunch tomorrow. Like, I'll be eating my lunch, but it'll be at my desk. Same with Thursday. I'm actually going to be late going in the office because I have another appointment. So maybe on Friday I can go for the walk at the mall. We shall see. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling. I did not talk to you yesterday. Again, exhausted and all that good stuff. But I have finished 2 books since the last time I talked to you guys. So yesterday I finished reading Bewitched, Bothered, and Biscotti by Bailey Cates. This is the second book in the Magical Bake Shop Mystery Series. I gave it 4 stars. I listened to this primarily on audio. I started it on Saturday. So Saturday and Sunday I did not get a ton of reading done, but I was reading this one physically on my Kobo because I had borrowed it from the library. But then I went ahead and borrowed the audiobook from Hoopla yesterday and I listened to it at work and I finished it. This is a really cute series. Like I said, this is the second in a series. Katie is a hereditary witch she didn't know this until she moved to Savannah, Georgia to start this bakery with her aunt and uncle. And this one takes place over Halloween, which was really, really fun. There is, of course, a murder victim, and Katie finds him by accident, but it turns out he might be like from some local ancient druid group or something like that. It's a whole thing. I don't want to get too much in it because you do kind of build off of each story in the series, but it's a really fun series. And it's paranormal, but it's a fun twist on paranormal. It's not like I said, like wiggling the nose like Samantha from Bewitched or pointing your finger and sparks shoot out. This is very much natural witchery, hedge witchery, kitchen witches, where they, because they have the bakery, like let's say they put cinnamon in the cookies to infuse them with love or something like that, and intentions and good intentions and stuff like that. So that's more of what you're actually getting with this book. But they can get a little dark in certain aspects, but I really, really like them. And the first book is narrated by Joanna Parker, who does the Campers and Criminals series. And I had forgotten that she narrated. And the reason I had forgotten is because she only narrates the first book. Amy Rubinate narrates the series going here, like from book 2 out, as far as I know. And as soon as I started listening to it on audio, I went, yes, that's the voice of Katie Lightfoot. That makes sense. So yeah, so it was fun. I really enjoyed it. And then the other one that I just finished today, I was started this Sunday. I read 5 chapters, and then I read 5 chapters yesterday, and I thought, okay, I got to read the last 5 chapters tonight. But again, so tired, I thought there's no way I'm going to be able to concentrate on this tonight, even 5 short chapters of a Babysitter's Club book. So I realized that I did own it on audio. I bought it quite some time ago. So I listened to the last 5 chapters at work, and that was The Ghost of Dawn's House by Anne M. Martin, book number 9 in the Babysitter's Club series. I gave this one 4 stars as well. Dawn finds a secret passage in her old house that leads to the barn, and she thinks there's a ghost there. And yeah, this one was really, really fun. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorites in the series, mainly because I am a big fan of Dawn. This is one of the ones that they adapted when they did the Netflix show, and it was okay, the adaptation, but I liked, I'm not going to get onto the soapbox about my thoughts on the Babysitter's Club adaptation on Netflix. I liked it. I did like it. There were some things I would have changed, but overall, it was good. But yeah, this one was fun. I mean, I'm not going to go too much into it. It's a Babysitter's Club book. So yeah, finished it in 3 days. Very enjoyable. So what am I currently reading? Let me just reach here into my bag to show you guys. So I've got 2 books on the go right now. I did read a bit of some of these today. Now, the one thing I did not do was listen to audio today at work. I just wasn't really in the mood. I was listening to podcasts, actually. Every now and then I need to switch it up and just listen to something different. But I did start, so I'm 3 chapters into Somebody Like You by Donna Alward. This is the first book in the Darling, Vermont series. This is available on Kindle Unlimited. This is my Kindle pick for this week because, of course, I didn't do a weekly reading, like a weekly TBR video. So this was I actually own the 3rd book in the series, so I went back and I borrowed the first one from KU to start the series. And this is about a woman who has moved back to her small town after her divorce, and the town is called Darling, Vermont, and they kind of build themselves on this really lovey-dovey image for the town because they have this, like, it's not a barn, it's a covered bridge that I guess if you profess your true love at this bridge, then you will be together forever, kind of an idea. And our main character, what is her name? Is it Laurel? I want to say it's Laurel or Lauren. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really tired. His name is Aiden, and her name is not here. Laurel. Her name is Laurel. So Laurel and Aiden. And she moved back to town. She owns this garden center. And when the book opens up, she has been vandalized. Like somebody broke into the garden center and destroyed so much of this stuff. So she calls the police, and Aiden is the local policeman, and he ends up showing up. And the 2 of them have a history. Stuff happened in the backseat of a car. He didn't, she kind of found out that it was because of a bet and proceeded to dump an entire milkshake over his head in high school, which is great. But even beyond that, they have an even bigger history that neither one of them remembered, that there's a picture of the 2 of them in City Hall when they were little kids, like 5. He was the ring bearer and she was the flower girl for a wedding. And there's a picture of the 2 of them in front of this covered bridge, cute little 5-year-old kissing, kind of an idea, right? So they want to recreate that photo, and I guess they want to ask her, and I don't know. it's going to be a second chance romance. It sounds really, really cute. I love Donna Elward's writing. So very excited to jump into this series. The series is basically about all the siblings, Aiden and all of his siblings. I think there's 6 of them in total. So I think there's 5 or 6 books. I can't remember exactly how many. And I am also still reading the Christmas book, A Victorian Family Christmas by Carla Kelly, Carol Arns, and Eva Shepherd. I am loving the first story in this one. So in the first story, our male lead, Ezra, is traveling from Boston to England to get an inheritance. And his ship, it takes place during the Civil War. And his ship is pirated, for lack of a better term, by Confederate soldiers. And he is like, and everybody on the crew is kidnapped, and he's got this letter that needs to go to the Prime Minister in the UK, and he ends up getting thrown overboard, and this woman, she ends up helping him, so there's this big ruse that he's pretending to be her husband. It's a whole thing, and it's so much fun. I am almost done the first story. Might try and read a little bit more of this tonight, because I really do want to get that first story done, but I am really, really enjoying it. And last but not least, I am actually reading something else. So I think I've mentioned this before, but I found out a few months ago that Kindle Unlimited has a whole bunch of Archie comic books available, and that just makes me all kinds of happy, because I can't tell you, trying to see where a bookmark would be for this. Oh, right there. Just want to bookmark the page I was on. How much of my childhood I spent reading Archie comics. It's a lot. So this is, oh, sorry, it's really, really bright. This is Betty and Veronica Jumbo Comics number 19, but it is Sabrina the Teenage Witch. So it's mostly Sabrina comics. But yeah, like, it's a full-on comic book, you guys, and it's on KU. There are tons and tons and tons of these. Now, I'm reading this and I'm enjoying it. Am I counting it towards my reading goal? No. But that's my personal opinion. That's my personal choice. I agree 100% that this is reading. If you are reading a comic book, you are absolutely reading. But for my purposes, I'm not counting it towards my yearly goal, because this is just something I just want to pick up every now and then, maybe read a couple of comics, because the comics are not very long. They're like 5 or 6 pages, and then put it down and then move on to something else. But it's kind of that really mindless that you need every now and then. So I wanted to share that with you guys if you were fans of Archie as well, and you have Kindle Unlimited. So last but not least, I have some crafty stuff to show you guys. So back in September, I got an email from this yarn company. I've never ordered from them before, but I put in for their mailing list in case there was ever anything that came up. And it's called Hypnotic Yarn, and they're in the US. And they were releasing, was it August or September? It doesn't matter. It was called the Christmas Eve Cast On. So she had 2 different boxes that you could get. What you got in them was about the same, but it was the colors that were different. So one of the colors was like, I want to say it was like silvers and blues and like that Christmassy type colors and whites and stuff like that. The other one was much more of a country Christmas, your reds, your greens, your, the pickup, the iconic red pickup truck with the Christmas tree in it, that kind of an image, right? So that's all she did, was she just showed pictures of these were going to be her color inspirations. And I thought, I've never ordered something like this before. Sorry, guys. With the heat, it's dry. Great pop, very healthy. I walked today. I can have a sip or 2 of this. That's not how getting healthy works. But anyway, I never ordered anything like this before, and I thought, I'm going to treat myself. I had gotten my bonus from work. I thought, why not? So the whole point is that you get all these things and you're supposed to cast on a pair of socks or whatever you want. It could be a shawl, it could be a hat on Christmas Eve. But I think I'm actually going to cast it on December the 1st to see if I can get a pair of socks done in the month of December or by Christmas Day. I doubt it. I'd have to make shorter socks than what I normally make, but we shall see. So I thought I would show you guys what's in the box. Now, I got the Country Christmas one because that's definitely more my jam. So if you guys are getting this as well and you have not opened it yet, you don't want to be spoiled, maybe jump ahead a little bit. But I do want to show you guys because I am so excited about everything that came. So first of all, we got a mug. So that was like the image, like that was, do you know what I mean? So it's like perfect. And it says Christmas Eve cast on 2023. So the year is like right there. But yeah, I am at, is that where the year is? Yeah, it is the year 2023. So yeah, so a new mug, always happy with a new mug. I will put that right there. And oh, here is the little card that came with. Very cool. I'm going to show you guys, obviously, the yarn is going to be last. We got 2 of these. So one is a white chocolate and one is a chocolate. I think, I'm almost certain that these are hot chocolate. But they're in like these little glass tubes and they've got the stopper. So you get like the chocolate and then you get some candy that would go, yeah, that or they're decorative sprinkles. I'm thinking it's hot chocolate. Garrett said the same thing, that he thinks that as well. There was nothing that came in the box to say what this stuff was. That was the only thing I was kind of questioning, right? But I'm assuming hot chocolate. And then I got a pin, which I really, really love. Let me try and focus that there for you guys. So there you go. So yeah, the whole Christmas Eve cast on 2023, it says on there. And then we got lots of good stuff, you guys. Some stitch markers. They're all very Christmassy and festive. So these hang off of your knitting to show where you are, or if you need to keep track of something. These ones are numbers. They're numbered. So I guess if you wanted to know... Oh, no, this is a row counter. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now I see it. So this is like, it goes around here. So it's kind of like a bracelet. And then you've got this one is separate. So what you would do is, depending on what row you're on, is you would move this and like unclip it with the lobster clasp and move it around. So you would, I probably won't use it for that because I have a row counter on my phone. And it just seems like a little bit of extra work, but super cute idea. And I really, really love it. And last but not least, this outside of the yarn, this has to be one of my favorite things. So these are needle tip covers. So what you do is, hold on, sorry, glad I had it right beside me. So for example, I don't want to talk about the shawl that shall never be because I've had to recast it on a couple of times now. Sorry if you can hear Missy in the background. Garrett has stepped outside and she's very upset about the whole situation. So you got a couple of these. So this says, Merry Christmas, and it's like the truck, right? Like the back of the truck. And then the other ones were just, are just like little balls, and they're plastic. Like they're like, I don't want to say they feel like an eraser, but I think you guys know what I mean. So what you do with them is there's a little hole in the bottom, is that when you're done knitting, you just stick it on, wrong way. You just stick it on there and then it keeps your knitting from falling off. Pretty cool, right? So yeah, so I love that so much. And last but not least, the yarn. The Big Show. I am really, really, really happy with the yarn. I love it a lot, and I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, I've got the hiccups again. And I cannot wait to cast on with it. So here it is, Hypnotic Yarn. And again, it's called Christmas Eve Cast On Warm Country Christmas. This is in her plush sock base, which is 85/15. So it is 85 superwash merino, 15% nylon, which is exactly what you want for socks. But isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it so much. So yeah, so that is going to get cast on at Christmas. I know typically what I do is I try and put a square a day into my blanket for Advent, but I think what I might challenge myself to do is maybe 1 inch to 1.5 inches a day of socks. If I can do 1.5 inches a day, which is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 rows. The rows aren't typically very long. I should be able to get a pair of socks knit by Christmas Day, so I can wear these on Christmas Day. So, do you hear that? That's Missy crying because Garrett stepped outside. Yeah, she has attachment issues. But anyway, yeah, so that is the fun yarn stuff. So anyway, guys, I'm rambling on, but I didn't talk to you yesterday, to be fair. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Like I said, I got to go down to the hospital. No big deal. I mean, it's just for this, like, test. Or not test, it's just for this, like, little procedure thingy. But, yeah, I will update you guys tomorrow. I gotta make sure she's okay. Bye, guys. I don't think you guys had any cat content on the last vlog, so let's make up for that with the Cutie Pie Presley doing imaginary biscuits. Making imaginary biscuits. Oh, he's a ham. Oh, you're a ham. You want to say hi? Hi. Yeah, I'm tired. Time for a nap. It's really hard being this cute. Hi friends, happy Wednesday. It's the 8th today, yes, of November. Sorry, a little quiet. I am in the hospital getting this procedure done. It's an IV, it's not that big a deal. I'm obviously not going to show you guys anything because I know a lot of people are squeamish. It's nothing, it's just an IV in my hand with some medicine that I'm getting, that's all. But yeah, so I've been doing a bit of reading, but there was a nice gentleman who was sitting here beside me for a bit, and him and I were having a nice chat. Makes the time go by. It is cold in this room. They're always cold in these rooms. So yeah. But anyway, I just thought for a different view than what you guys normally get. Me hanging out in a hospital. Fun times. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Hi friends, it is Wednesday evening. It's about 8 o'clock and I am home, obviously, and I am exhausted. So I had to leave the house this morning about 6:30, I guess, and I was still late, a little bit late getting to my appointment, not by much. And they're not too concerned about being late because you're literally sitting in a back room for 2 hours getting medication. That's pretty much my entire appointment. So it's not like you're waiting to see a doctor or something like that. So, it's not, obviously not dialysis, but it kind of reminds me of that idea, if you've seen that in movies or if you know someone who did it, where there's like a big room and there's all these chairs and like comfy chairs, and then people sit there and they get like these, you know, medicine or whatever it happens to be. That's exactly what this was. So I only have to go one more time at the end of the month, so yay, and then hopefully this should correct the iron issue that I have, and I won't have to do it again. And if I do, I do. So be it. You know, it is what it is. The only reason I had to do 3 times is because my benefits that I don't have, like I have, you know, of course, my Ontario, Canada health benefits, but they don't necessarily cover all medicines. And there's one that you would need to be, like if you had private insurance, which I don't have just yet. So that would pay for it. But if I had private insurance, I could get this, and you'd only get this once. Like they just give you 1 dose of it. Whereas the one that I got is like the one for people who don't have private insurance. So you have to do it 3 times. Anyway, it's a thing. I'm not complaining. I am not complaining at all. The women in the clinic area are so nice. They are fantastic. A little bit of a hassle today trying to hit my vein. Sorry, for anyone who is medically squeamish, it took them both hands. She tried one, it didn't work. The other lady with more experience went and second time, done. But now both my hands are sore, unfortunately. So, yeah, reading wise, I didn't actually get a ton read. I was there for 2 hours, but I ended up chatting most of the time with this lovely gentleman who was sitting beside me, because that's just kind of what you do, right? At least I do, because I'm an extrovert in that sense. And, but if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen that I posted a picture that I was reading Somebody Like You by Donna Elward, which I think I showed you guys yesterday. But what I decided to do is actually to kind of concentrate on one book, because the one thing I haven't done all this week is really listen to audio. I've been listening to podcasts and things like that. So I'm like, okay, so I'm just going to read, like physically read a book. Because typically, like, I'm usually listening to an audiobook and reading a digital or a digital book or a print book or whatever. But since I'm not listening to audio, I'm like, let me just concentrate on one book at a time. Just for right now. I'm sure I will fall back into audio in a week or so. This is just for right now. So before I started talking to the lovely gentleman today, I was reading, and I am so close. I have 1 chapter left, so I'm going to finish this tonight, or I'm going to finish the first of the short stories tonight and start the second one, which is A Victorian Family Christmas by Carla Kelly, Carol Arns, and Eva Shepherd. The one I'm reading right now is the Carla Kelly story, and I am loving it, guys. What I do with novellas and with like bind-ups like this is that I rate each story separately, and then I kind of add them together, divide it by how many stories to get the average for the book. But the first one I can actually see being 5 stars. And that's the one thing that if a short story gets 5 stars from me, it means that I wanted it as a full-length novel. I think it would have made a great full-length novel. I think I told you what it was about a man who was traveling from America, and he got thrown off the ship, and he ended up at this woman's front door, and it's Christmas, and her young son are hiding him there. Well, the authorities, he's not a bad man, like, but they're saying he's a bad man, even though he's not. You know, because the authorities are trying to catch him because they think he stole some documents, which he did not. It was somebody else, and it's a thing. I am absolutely loving it so much. So yeah, yay. But like I said, I will finish that first short story tonight, and I'll get to start the second one. So the Donna Alward book is going to go to the side right now. When I'm done this book, then I will pick up that one. But I do plan on starting another book tonight, I know. But this is like usually it would be like the Babysitters Club books, like I was saying, like I read those over 5 days and get them done, and you know, they're kind of like my before bed reading. But I think I mentioned last week that I was reading the Campers and I'm rereading through the Campers, not the whole thing because I've only read up to book 8, but the Campers and Criminals series by Tony Kappas, excuse me. And I read book 1 and then I read book 2 last Friday, and I read through the entire thing on audio in a day. It was fine, but I don't know what it is, but I'm not someone who enjoys finishing a book in a day. I know a lot of people get a big kick out of it, but for me, I don't. There's just something for me that's just about seeing a book, or, you know, in my case, even a tablet or whatever, which is why I love the cover displays on these, of having it sitting on your bedside table for a couple days and being like, oh yeah, there's the book I'm reading. I don't know why I like that, but I do. Like, now, if you read a book in a day, Steve Donahue, that's fantastic. Or, you know, like, if that's what you like to do, good on you. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's a cool accomplishment, and I could do it with a Babysitters Club book or something like that, but like a full-length novel, I don't know. But anyway, so I didn't enjoy it as much because, like, I just didn't enjoy doing that. So I've decided that I am going to still read through them all, 1 a week, but I'm going to read the Babysitters Club books in about 3 days, which I can absolutely do, no problem, and that's what I did. I read The Ghost at Dawn's House this week, and now for the next few days, for the end of the week, I am going to be reading the next in the Campers and Criminals series. So many chapters a night. These are under 200 pages, so yeah. Forests, Fishing, and Forgery by Tony Kappas. Again, I'm going to be reading it as a Kindle edition. These are all on Kindle Unlimited, so I will be starting that tonight. So I'm going to finish the chapter in this story, then I'm going to read a few chapters in this, and then probably go on to the second chapter, or the first chapter in the second story. So I'm rambling, you guys. Are you shocked? No. Got some book mail. So, book and book adjacent mail. So I got my final book of the month. I know I had a final book of the month before, but I really did decide to cancel it this time because I was just looking, and the book of the month in Canada costs 26 bucks. So that is a lot of money. Now, this hardcover retails for 27, and it's got the book of the month on it, but does that matter? I went and I looked on Amazon, and I could have bought the ebook of this for half the price. I mean, $13 is still a lot for an ebook, but I could have put it on my wish list and waited till it went on sale. I'm not one who cares necessarily about having, I mean, this is more of a FOMO, you know, like fear of missing out kind of an idea. But I've just decided, I canceled it. I'm like, no, but you can still, even if you're not a member, I think, you can still look to see what the picks are for the month, because they're trying to entice people who don't subscribe, right? Like, oh, look at one of the books that you could get. So I'm going to go ahead and look at them, and if I see something that I want, I'm just going to either buy it for the Kindle or add it to my Kindle wish list. But this is the last one that I got, and this one sounds really good. So it's What the River Knows by Isabel Ebenza, a divine exploration, a deadly secret, a desire she can't escape. So this one sounds really good. It is a really pretty cover, though, I have to admit. I'm not obviously going to read the entire thing for you, but it says, The Mummy meets Death on the Nile in this lush, immersive historical fantasy filled with adventure, arrivals to lovers' romance, and shocking twists and turns. And I think this is YA. I think. I'm not absolutely. Something tells me it is, but I don't know about that. I could be wrong. So yeah, pardon me, don't get me wrong. Glad I have it. I will get to it at some point, but chances are I'm probably going to end up reading it as an ebook anyway, because I'll probably borrow it from my library. So I'm glad I have it. And then I got a special gift in the mail. Now, I know who sent this to me. One of you lovelies, and I am so thankful. I've already, or will be sending you a message as soon as I'm done recording this, just to thank you personally. They reached out and asked, can I send you some bookmarks from my favorite bookmark place? I'm like, sure. So Garrett sends me a picture today going, what did you order from this place? I'm like, I don't know. I've never ordered from them before. And then when I realized what it was, so thank you again so very, very much. So the designer here is Emily Cromwell Designs. So there's like her business card. She does drawings for all these guys. There is a ton of bookmarks here, and they're all laminated, which I really love. So you're going to go through these relatively quickly, or else we're going to be here forever. Cute little, so these are Halloween and Christmas. They're a mix of the two. I love the colors. I love this pink girly, like that's just like my jam. Bookstore with a little ghost on it. So adorable. So adorable. Like this one, kind of like this fun pattern. This one says library. There's me with my glasses getting my book. Says read spooky books. And then this one says grab a drink, curl up in a blanket, and read romance books. I could get behind that 100%. And then we have, whoops. This one says bookshop with the pumpkin. They're just delightfully quirky, and I love it. This one has all the different romance tropes listed on it. Enemies to lovers, sports romance, dark romance, fake relationship, arranged marriage, friends to lovers, best friend, sibling, forbidden, second chance, fantasy, and soulmates. I love this one with the cats on it. So there's 4 cats, and I was saying that's Presley. That would have been Bernard if it was black. Georgie and Missy. And this one is really, really cute. The Christmas with the dogs. Oh, I love these so much. I love this little scene. It's a little wintry outdoor scene of a little town. Another pattern which I love. So pretty. This says Book Lovers Lodge, Bookworms Welcome. Whoops, sorry, they're kind of sticking together because they are laminated, or they're static together, I should say. One with gingerbread on it. I can't believe this. This was so thoughtful. Thank you so much. We have the North Pole Bookshop with a little snowman there. This one says, ho, 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 off to read holiday books I go. And I did see a thing on her website because I went on to look to see what else she might have. And her Christmas set is going live on Monday, on the 11th. What day is Monday? Or what day is the 11th? Whatever day the 11th is. Saturday. It's Saturday, excuse me. So, yes, when you guys watch this, yesterday. So I'll leave a link to the shop below if you guys want to check out her stuff. Here's another little town scene that I absolutely love, and there's Santa Claus reading a book. Oh, cafe, bookshop, library. Yeah, that's a perfect town for me right there. What's that first one say? Flowers. Flowers, bookshop, cafe, and a library. Yes, that's my idea of a good town. This one says, all I want for Christmas is more time to read my books. Another little town one. Reindeer Stable, Santa's Workshop, Elf Lounge, and the Mail Room. And I love the pink Christmas tree. That is so delightful. Another bookshop, but this one is a Christmassy. And last but not least, some Christmassy bookshelves. Again, so thoughtful, beyond thoughtful. I am so thankful. I cannot wait to use these. I really, really can't. Even though I keep saying, I read digital, I still have so many physical books, and I do try and read, and I do love a good bookmark or 12. So again, thank you so much. That was so thoughtful. And again, I love that they're laminated. So on the website, you can choose laminated or unlaminated. I love S.J. Wonderlands. That is one of my favorite bookmark designers. But it would be really nice if she offered her stuff laminated too, because they just hold up so much better, especially if you get, there was one time I was having a nice hot bath and I was reading in the tub and I took the bookmark out of my book and I put it down on the side of the tub. Well, there was water there and it destroyed the bookmark because it was paper, right? Like it's just like, thicker paper. But this, at least with it being laminated, it's like, oh, you can just wipe it off, right? So anyway, I'm rambling. I am really rambling, guys. I'm going to go. Like I said, I'm tired. I'm going to put on my jammies. I'm going to do some reading. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody. You look so impressed with yourself. Oh, where's your sister?
It used to be a 3D printer.
Now it's a cat tower. Hi, ma'am.
You gonna come sit here? You're just gonna come over and investigate getting in trouble. Yeah, you gonna come sit here? You just stand over top of your brother who's trying to relax.
Well, he was trying to relax till we started bugging him.
Yeah, he's saying, I'm not done with the love yet.
He's a good boy.
I was trying to have a bad thing. All you three showed up.
Pretty much. All right, kids.
Poor George.
All right, guys. I'll leave you. Hi, friends. Happy Friday. Today is the 10th of November, and it is about 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock at night. It's 7 o'clock at night. It's because it's so dark outside. I am sitting here in front of my Christmas tree. So I've already filmed most of this clip. And what I was realizing is that I had the lights, because this is a pre-lit tree, that it has like different settings and it also has the multicolored lights, which I prefer. But when I had it on that setting, I was getting weird like dots and stuff on my camera, like on the screen, and I didn't like it at all. It was kind of very surreal looking. So I decided, let's try this. So I just put it on the white lights. So here we are. And it also flashes, and it does it like it'll flash from like the clear to the colored, and it's very cool. Not bad for $40, let me tell you, from Walmart. But for filming purposes, it just needs to be white. So yeah, this is a new tree. For those of you who followed me last year, I had a 6 foot tall tree in the other room. And I love that tree. Actually, I had it in this room, excuse me, and in the bedroom here. And I loved it. The issue is that we have cats. We have new cats. And I mean, even though they're not kittens, they're 2, they still are very, very rambunctious. They're teenagers, essentially. So the tree that I had the tree had seen better days. Now, we've had that tree for about 3 or 4 years. And, but the ornaments, a lot of them are very special to me. They're, not highly breakable, but are breakable. And I've had some already damaged. And I just thought, if I put up that tree with the ornaments and the cats knock it over, I'm going to be very, very sad. So, got a new tree. Like I said, it's just a table top one that just kind of, sitting here, I can see that I need to fix branches and stuff. We've had the cats kind of put their paws up on the table and grab with their teeth and pull, but I'm like, no. So I did get all new ornaments. All I did was I bought one of those tubs of ornaments from Walmart, like they're $10 and you get like their color, like you'll get red and green, or you'll get like all silver or whatever. And I got all silver. So they were all like these like little balls. And then at the dollar store, I got these like little star ones, which are really cute. Like they had a pack of 12 for $1. So that was great. And then I got 2 of these at Walmart because I just thought that they were so cute. So they were the last 2 available, and they're just these little houses. But they light up. Isn't that awesome? It was $3 or $4. Like, hi. The great thing about Walmart, and I know it's a throwaway culture in a way, like, oh, nobody's going to keep this. It's meant to go up for 1 year. But no, I will keep all these things and put them up again next year. That's my game plan. And then the other house is like a pink sparkle house, which is up. Whoops, let me just put this back there. I just like the detail in it. Like there's little trees out front. It's up here. You guys you can probably see it. I got the time like that's telling me how long I've been recording is like right over top of it, but it's right there. So yeah, so I'm pretty happy. And then I also have a moose over here. If I can show you guys, I got this guy at the dollar store as well. It's a moose, and he is, come on, moose. He's doing yoga. He's in the lotus pose. So I just thought he was super, for $1.50. Yes, he came home with me. So anyway, the tree just cheers me up. It makes me happy. Things, of course, as you guys know, have been kind of hard. I'm keeping a very positive perspective, and I'm not living in like a dark place. But it's nice to have this little bit of cheer. Not just for my health and the things I'm dealing with, but also the world in general right now. It's not pleasant. And I think there are a lot of people who feel the same way because there's so many people in my neighborhood who last weekend were putting up their Christmas lights, and stores are doing the same thing, putting up their trees and their Christmas lights. And, you know, a lot of people, oh, it's too soon. But I think we all need just that little bit of cheer. Plus, it's Diwali this weekend, which I believe is the Festival of Lights. It's like, is it Hindu? I'm sorry. That sounds horrible of me for not knowing. I'm not sure. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I believe it's like a festival of lights of some kind. So that's happening. So I think that might be some of it too, that I've noticed that some of my neighbors who celebrate that, like they put up the Christmas lights because they're not Christmas lights, they're outdoor lights, right? So anyway, I'm rambling. So reading wise, oh yeah, I had to go yesterday and get the monitor put on. I wear it till tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning at 9:30, it is coming off. I cannot wait. And I'm jumping in the shower, and I'm going to be totally happy after that. Thank God it was only for 48 hours that I had to wear it. But yes, I that's the one thing that happened yesterday for all my hospital test stuff that's going on. But reading wise, I have not finished a book, I think, since Tuesday. The last book I finished was The Ghost at Dawn's House. So I finished a book on Monday and Tuesday, and I haven't finished anything since. It's been a bit of a slow reading week. I think I've just been having trouble getting into some of the books I've been reading. I haven't been feeling audiobooks. I think I needed just a little bit of a break from audio because I had listened to a lot of books on audio. So I was listening to podcasts and music this week. Side note, shout out to Luke Combs. I didn't watch the CMAs. I don't like watching the CMAs straight through because I'll be honest, guys, the presenters, Luke Bryan, I like his music. I'm not a fan of. I'm sure he's a lovely person, but I just don't. And he was with Peyton Manning. I'm like, but kind of no. Anyway, I just want to see the performances. I just want to see who wins. I don't want to hear all the yapping. But Luke Combs won for Song of the Year with Fast Car, which is one of my favorite songs. When I first heard it on that album, I was like, this is amazing. And yes, it's a remake of the Tracy Chapman song. Give it a listen. I'll leave a link below to the live performance. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Sorry about that, you guys. I was about to start coughing, so I had to take some water. You can hear my voice. My this is all from that cold that I had last week, I think. Every time I had to place a phone call today at work, it was like all of a sudden, you know, like I sounded like some gruff person who smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day for the last 50 years. It's pretty bad. So anyway, reading wise, so I've not really been much into audiobooks as of okay, so I haven't read a lot this week. So I finished Bewitched, Bothered, and Scotty on Monday. Then I finished The Ghost at Dawn's House on Tuesday and I haven't finished anything since. So yeah, I was at the hospital for a bit on Wednesday and then yesterday and today. So really, it's not like I was reading. I was reading a bit. I think I still read close to almost 100 pages a day, but I wasn't picking up audio. Like I said, I was totally into listening to music and things like that. So today I finally got the urge to listen to an audiobook again. Yeah, I know, 2 whole or 3 whole days later, but a 3-day break is still a 3-day break. So I didn't, but the thing is I wasn't in the mood to read anything that I had on my TBR for this week that we're currently in. So I decided to pick a new book. And I had this book on my Kindle, so hey, read what you already own. And I was able to get it on audio from the library, so I listened to about 30% of it today at work, and then I've been reading another 10% while I was having my dinner and doing other things, and that's my plan for tonight as well. So this is The Holiday Switch by Tiff Marcello. Like I said, I'm 40% of the way through this one, and I am enjoying it. I'm not loving it, but I am enjoying it. This was kind of an anticipated one for me last year. I bought it, I think, when it was released. I don't know why. I've never read this author before, and I'm not really huge on YA books, but I think the cover is what really drew me in. So essentially this is about our two main characters named Lila and Teddy, and they both work at this store in this small town in upstate New York that is like a holiday town. It's called Holiday. Or no, it's not called Holiday, it's called Holly. And its big claim to fame is that there was some Hallmark sounding movie that was filmed there like in the 90s. And the town lives off of the notoriety of having this film filmed in their town. And the whole town is all year round Christmas themed. The stores are all Christmassy themed, and even the local cafe is called Scrooge and stuff like that. So, and then Lila and Teddy work at the gift shop for the inn where most of the action in the movie took place. So Lila's a book blogger. She has been for a couple of years, but there's this whole backstory on why her parents don't want her on social media. And now she's almost 18, or she is 18. No, I think she is 18 now. And he's in his first year at university or college or whatever you want to call it. So they're not young teenagers. They're 18 and 19-year-olds, right? And I just feel like the excuse or the reason that the parents give to keep her off social media are very flimsy. So she runs this book blog anonymously because she can't have her parents find out because they'll be very mad at her. But you're 18 years old and you'll be going to... But I guess it's one of those, if you're under my roof, kind of my rules. Those of you with teenage parents are probably screaming at me right now going, yes, you listen to me no matter how long you live under my roof. So it is what it is. So she runs this book blog. It's quite successful. He likes to mountain climb, and what happened during one part of the book is that they don't really get along, and their phones end up getting switched, and they find out each other's secrets. And now it's kind of like a whole blackmail situation, right? Which I don't particularly love, but the thing that I really don't like about this book is Lila, unfortunately. Right from the get-go, she saw Teddy for the first time, and it's the owner's nephew. And she's like, oh, he's hot, look at his muscles, yada, yada, yada. But then she's supposed to be training him and helping him. And right from the get-go, she doesn't like him. This is a waste of her time. He's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing. Chill, girl, chill. Every time he tries to do something that's a little bit more, there's this book area I want to call it a little free library within the gift shop, where people in town or the library can donate books. And then visitors and locals can come in, and it's a little free library. So she had it all arranged, and you get the occasional person there, looking at the books, and it makes Lila very, I keep wanting to call her Lily, Lila very happy. But then she comes in one day, and Teddy is gone and did all the shelves as rainbow, which is, I personally can't stand. For my personal library, I would not be able to get behind that. But he did it, and then all of a sudden all these people were checking it out and looking at books and stuff, and she gets mad. She's like, nobody told you to do that. Every time he tries to do something, she's giving him grief for it. Even though in her head she's like, well, yeah, that kind of does make sense to do it that way. But no, we have to do it the way of the rules. You know what I mean? So she needs to just unclench. But I'm not a big fan of her. But like I said, I'm already 40% of the way through this. This isn't terribly long. It comes in at under 300 pages. So my goal is to get this one done tomorrow. I would also like to finish the other book I'm currently reading tomorrow. So then that way it'll give me 4 books for this week, which is pretty gosh darn good. And that book is A Victorian Family Christmas that I'm still reading by Carla Kelly, Carol Arns, and Eva Shepherd. I'm 60% of the way through this one. I have a little bit of the second story to go and the entire third story. So I loved the first story. I am really enjoying the second story as well. So I am looking forward to getting into the third one. I'm not going to talk a lot on this one. I've already talked quite a bit on the other one. So I will save this for when I get it done tomorrow. So yeah, guys, so that's really it. I don't really have much else to share with you. Tomorrow's Saturday. I will have at least one more clip in the vlog tomorrow. And yeah, I will talk to you guys then. Bye. Hi friends, happy Saturday. Today is the 11th of November, and it is about 5 o'clock at night. So this will be the only clip for today. Busy day today. I did not sleep all that great last night. I think because I still had that monitor thing on, and it was making it like not difficult to sleep. It doesn't hurt or anything like that, but it definitely gets itchy like by the second day. And the whole little device that if you like, I'm one who moves around a lot in my sleep, so that thing has to kind of move with me, and it's very frustrating. So no, I did not sleep that great last night. Sorry. Got up this morning and I wasn't supposed to take it off until 9:30, but I got up at 7 and I'm like, I can't do it anymore. And I wanted just to go shower. So I took it off 2.5 hours early. It is what it is. So I took it off a bit early, showered, and then Garrett and I went over to Walmart and we did some shopping and stuff. Didn't get back till 10 o'clock. I had a late breakfast, and then at noon I did a live show today with Lee and Storm over here on my channel, excuse me. A live reading sprints and productivity sprints, which was a lot of fun. Went for a couple of hours, which is exactly what I wanted. So I'll probably be doing those every Saturday. So if you guys are interested to join, they start at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I was so tired when we were done, I'm like, I'm going for a nap. So I went for a nap. And I woke up from my nap and I went out because I had to drop off library books that I had taken out for whatever reason. But then I went over to a different library. So it's in another town next to me. And because we're kind of all part of the same regional area, you can, if you live in one of the 4 towns, you can get a library card for all the other 3 or 4. So I went over and I got a library card for the town of Whitby. It is the cutest little library card. It's got animals on it. You got to pick what you wanted. I'm like, the animals, please. And then you've got the little one that goes on your keychain. They give you these ones now too. But it's got penguin on it. I just thought that was so cute. Anyway, the whole reason I got it, generally I won't really be going to library to take. I'm trying not to do that just because I always forget about them because I tend to read ebooks and audiobooks a lot more. But I got it for the fact that Libby, I can get this now. I can get ebooks and audiobooks on Libby. And I can also use it for Hoopla. And I overheard the woman, I was going to ask her, but then I overheard her talking to somebody else, that on Libby, this gives me 10 checkouts a month. And my Ajax card, the one for the town that I live in, gives me 15. So between the two of them, that's 25 checkouts on Libby. That's pretty gosh darn good. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. So I'll probably like use one up and then like add the card and whatever. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm very, very happy to have that. But that's it, you guys. I have not done very much reading during the reading sprints. I did read about 3 or 4 chapters of The Holiday Switch by Tiff Marcello. I am now 50% of the way through it. Will I finish it tonight? Doubtful. I will hopefully finish that one tomorrow. And then I'm now about 60% of the way through Victorian Family Christmas. I kind of really like to work on this one tonight just to get it done. So I think that might be my game plan, is just to read this tonight and try and get it finished. And because tomorrow is the scavenger hunt. That includes, that book. Still tired. I'm going to sleep well tonight, thankfully. But anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and get this vlog edited, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Take care and happy reading, everybody. Bye.